guys, welcome back to Life with Twinsies. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Charles.
Guys, this is the long-awaited Power Season 4 finale.
2 weeks.
Yes, guys, and it did not disappoint.
No, not at all.
Okay, guys, now we want to welcome all of our new subscribers. Welcome to our channel, and all of our day ones. Welcome back, you guys. This has been a long season for Power.
Yes, a long and enjoyable season.
Very, very entertaining. Somewhat rushed, though. You know, they had only 10 episodes. Had to get it all in.
Had to cram it all in all at one time, just like we do. Cram it all in.
Yes, but I think we need to petition for at least 15 episodes, preferably 16.
Yes, and not wait so long for the next season to start.
No, it's a killer waiting. I mean, even to wait 2 weeks into the finale, that was tough, yeah.
And then we got to get a real job and work until the show starts up again.
Yeah. So guys, let's jump right in. I mean, it starts off, we see Tarik in the police station with his parents, and he's answering questions. Still
he wasn't answering no questions, he was lying.
Yeah. Well, they were questioning him, but he wasn't. He was doing like he did his parents, still not telling us much, you guys.
Yeah. You can tell. Look at his face.
Yeah. I will say this. I was kind of disappointed that we didn't get to see the reaction when they found out the news. We didn't see how Ghost or Tasha reacted to hearing the bad news.
Correct.
But like we just said, everything is rushed, and I felt like this entire episode was just rushed. Everything was moving real quick, and I'm like, what's happening now? What's happening next? And it was just getting through everything like that. But
yeah.
It
kept me in my tears then. It kept me in my tears.
Yeah, it was a little sad.
Had my eyes watered through the whole entire thing. I
will say this. I was not really impressed with the acting. It didn't seem believable to me. I know it's a television show, but if you just lost your baby.
Yeah.
You know, and they're just like, you know, a little tear running down the face. I mean, I would still be on the ground right now, like yelling, and they would be like trying to get me up off the ground, trying to medicate me, take me to the hospital. It just wasn't very believable. And they were like, can we just go home? I mean, come on, I'm gonna be in there carrying on, and they're gonna be like, we're gonna have to, you know, put this lady on some med. Yes, they're gonna have to sedate me because there's no way. So anyway, in the car, you know, when they get to their house, you know, Tasha asked Tarik again, you know, is there anything you need to tell us? You need to let us know. And he's just like, no, I didn't see anything. And Tasha knows he's on that bullshit. And Ghost is like, no, he's telling the truth. It was a professional hit. It's the Jimenez.
So he thought.
Yeah, and Tasha's like, come on now. We thought you got us back in this again. I thought we was going legit. And she's upset.
Now she wants to go legit.
Yeah. So the tables have turned. Now Tasha wants to be legit.
Yeah.
But it was real bad, you guys. And then they walk into their penthouse, and it's full of family.
Really?
I'm like, how did all these people get over here? But you know what's weird?
Who made all the phone calls?
Right, but they didn't show Tasha's mom. Did you see her?
No.
Where's she been at? We have not seen her. Have we seen her even this season? I don't recall seeing her.
No.
That was unusual, but yeah, we did.
She'll pop up.
Yeah, we did get to see Yazzie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
she come from out of hiding somewhere.
Right. So from there, you know, everybody's in the house. Keisha's there, and next scene. But
before they come in the house, they had that little conversation between Ghost and in the car, and she was telling him, okay, you can't fix it, but you find out who did it, you get him.
Yeah. And
don't you get killed and don't you get caught.
Right, that is true.
So we got 2 more kids that we got to take care of.
Yeah, and you know, even though that situation was really sad, when he went into his house and he goes into his closet and he's looking through his clothes, he balls up his Man of the Year program and throws it away. And he's looking through the closet. I said, look, Charles, Ghost is like, I got some gangster shit in here somewhere. And he put on his Nike gear and he's leaving out, and when he goes to leave out, he looks at Tasha and she's giving him the go ahead, like, handle this.
Yeah.
You know. But in the next scene, you know, Tommy is with Sammy and he's going to meet his family.
Meet the family.
Yes, so Kanan rolls up. He pulls up all quick and they're like, oh, like, you need us to help you handle this.
Tommy's like, Kanan for him.
Yeah, Tommy's like, we good, you go in there, I can handle this, trust me, I got this. But, you know, at that point, Tommy realized that Kanan is no threat to him, because if Kanan wanted to kill him, I doubt he would roll up like that and, you know, make himself known like that, especially when Tommy wasn't by himself, you know. Right. So they have that little conversation, and this is when Tommy tells Kanan about Dre and Crystal and said that they're pretty tight. Right. So Kanan's like, Dre. Dre is behind all this. Yeah, and Tommy lets him know, you know, Kanan shows him the bodies in the trunk, and he's just like, look at the ink. Those are Crystal's boys, and him and Dre are tight, so Kanan's like, yeah, we're gonna handle this. Yeah. But you guys, I knew this already, and it has nothing to do with the leaks, because like I said in our last video, we didn't watch the leaks. We didn't want to, we wanted to be surprised, but at that point, I knew. I was like, man, Dre is not getting killed this season. I was kind of disappointed at that, because I wanted him to.
I knew he would get revealed. They were going to find out that he's doing all this sly stuff on the backside. But, nah, he can't get killed yet. He got too much stuff right there now.
Yeah. So, in the next scene, we see Angela, and she's briefing her new team that everybody's been hand-selected. Right. And, you know, Sax shows up all late and wrong, and he gives Angela the news, trying to see how she was.
Sax tried to set her up.
He definitely did. He wanted to see how she was going to react, and so did her new boss. Yep. Yeah. So Angela learns in that scene that Raina was killed, and for a second she's like, you know, she's bothered by it. She reacts.
She wants the ball.
But then she collects herself, and she's like moving right along. But yeah. And right after that meeting, she was in her office looking on her computer trying to get information, and Sax comes in again, and he's talking shit to her.
Trying to get her again.
Yeah, and she just dismisses him. Get out. You know, I don't want to hear it.
Right.
But yeah, I knew that Angela was gonna, as soon as she found out that she was gonna want to go see Ghost. Right. And
of course,
you know,
got to.
Yeah.
She had the kids over for dinner. she watched the babies.
Oh, yeah.
Even Raina attacked her by saying, you said you love my dad and we're going to come live with you. Now, Raina, you ain't live with no. Raina gone to the upper room.
Yeah, but see, the thing is, Sax has it in for Ghost. I mean, he kind of wants revenge.
I don't know why he's so bent on Ghost.
He is. The only thing I can think of is that it's just bothering him that he knows they let one get away. He knows that St. Patrick is not innocent, and he feels like, okay, he's getting away with it.
St. Patrick didn't do what they thought he did.
Yeah, he didn't do that, but Sax knows that he's still not a clean person. And like he said to Angela, he's like reminded her that Knox, that, you know, he suspected that St. Patrick was Ghost. So he's bringing that up again. He can't move past it, and he's not letting it go. So
Sax might need to be knocked out.
Yeah, Sax, you might just be dying in season 5, buddy. I'm sorry, but I mean,
first episode, season 5, Sax go down.
He brings a lot of humor to the show, but he's becoming a pain in my butt, and I don't know.
All pains must be handled.
Yes, and no surprise, Angela shows up at the house, and she says she's sorry to James for his loss and everything. But she tries to get him. She's like, look, you know, if you go for revenge, she's like, you're going to lose everything that you worked so hard for. Right. And he reminds her, I've already lost everything. And
that choked me up too right there.
Yeah.
I might choke up again right there, but let me compose myself.
I mean, something like that happens, it really puts all of your priorities in order. And at that point, I don't think he's really too concerned about his deal with Stern or what's going on anywhere else. You know, Tommy's issues with Jason in Chicago, all that stuff is now on the back burner because they want revenge for Raina.
Right.
and everybody's feeling guilty. Tommy's feeling very guilty because, like he said, he was her godfather. He's been there since day one. He should have been there to protect her. But, of course, he was high on the drugs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Tarik, he calls Kanan. And, you know, he's just like, you know where I can find Ray Ray. He owes me some money. So, Kanan is very smart. And he's like, that's odd. He knew something was up with that. Right. And he later makes the connection. But just, you know, Tarik reached out to him in the first place. And
made it a little suspicious.
Yeah. Yeah, it did. Now, Ray Ray shows up. Now, this is what I'm kind of confused about. Does he live with Destiny? I know that's his cousin, but do they share a place, or is Destiny on her own? Because I thought she lived with her parents, and she said they don't care what she does. But anyway, so Ray Ray and Destiny have a conversation, and that's when Ray Ray tells Destiny that he had to kill Raina. Right. And of course, she's upset, and he's asking her, you know, were you catching feelings for Tarik or whatever the case was, but he lets her know that he needs to get out of town because he's reading the police reports, and obviously Tarik did not mention Ray Ray's name in his police report. Right. So he's like, you know, that means he's going to tell his dad, so he needs to get out of town.
Quick.
But my whole thing is he wasn't pressed about, he didn't care when he killed Raina. He was just like, I mean, Ghost being her father didn't stop him there. So, now he's worried about Ghost?
Yeah. He just killed her because she had just too much mouth. And said the wrong thing.
Okay, and then Angela comes in there. What do you think about when she came in there to talk to Ray Ray?
I knew she was looking at some of the stuff that he was doing, looking at, well, of course, like she said, she went to the school.
Right.
And the principal told her that he was there looking, so I think she was just pulling at straws, trying to see what he's up to.
How he's going to react. Yeah. And I'm sure,
But she didn't find out more about it until she went back to the office and started looking up on the computer and looking at his history, what he was doing on the computer. Yeah. So she started putting all this stuff together, and of course, I guess she knew that he had to have something to do with this.
Now, this next scene, guys, this is a pretty exciting scene when Ghost and Tommy break in there and kill Uriel.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
they didn't give no warning. They just coming in firing.
Yeah, and they nailed him. They nailed him to the chair. Oh, they tore him up with that nail gun. Yeah, that was pretty brutal. But my whole thing is, I was like, Tommy, I feel like Ghost overreacted. Like, he killed him so quick. I wanted to hear what he was gonna say. I mean, he starts spilling the beans, and I'm like, well, what else you know? What else you know?
Keep that to yourself. Pah.
Ghost didn't even care. He said, I could care less about what's going on with Dre. He just needed to know who was behind his daughter getting killed.
Yeah, but of course, you see that he ran his mouth a little bit too much before he got shot. He just blurted out, I didn't set your stuff on fire. So now, it's in Tommy's head that somebody set my stuff on fire. Yeah. So, of course, he wanted to know more, but Ghost shot him too quick. But when they get Dre, or Crystal Ball, somebody gonna do some talking.
Well, both of them, their time is up on that show.
I think Crystal Ball might go before Dre.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a safe assumption there. But, okay, so Silver shows up at the penthouse, and Tasha takes him in the room, and they're having this conversation. This is my whole thing with Silver, you guys, and why I never trusted him from jump. It's like every time he has a conversation with Tasha, he's trying to get information out of her. And it seems like he may be attracted to her, but it's just like he's too eager to get information, and he keeps digging about
that lifestyle.
Yeah, he wants to know too much about their personal, and he's always, well, James this and James that. He always makes so many assumptions about James and the fact that he's dirty or doing things illegal. He's always hinting to that. You don't
know about the man.
No, he just makes those assumptions. That's why I say he cannot be trusted.
Nah, I can't.
But Tasha, she did hold it. She managed to hold it together, and she didn't tell him anything. I was thinking she was gonna break for a second, but she held it together, and she let
She down for the family.
She told him to leave, and She didn't break under the pressure. So Tommy is on his way to confront Dre. And he gets out of the car, and then who does he see? Ray Ray.
Ray Ray. He don't know who Ray Ray is, but all he sees is the badge.
Yes.
He's talking to a cop. Let me back up.
Right.
I get him another time.
Right. And Ray Ray now is blackmailing Dre. And he's just like, he wants the money so that he can get out of town. And he's like, if you don't, I recorded all those conversations we had with Kanan. And, you
Not sure if he did.
Probably didn't. Because wouldn't that implicate him too? But then again, he was undercover.
It would implicate him and also Jukebox.
Jukebox. But they're cops, so they can say they're undercover. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
But of course when Angela came into place, but we didn't get to that yet.
But you can go ahead and talk about it.
You know, when Angela came into the place and where he was where Ray Ray was shot, she saw that box of money.
Right.
And of course that box looked a little suspicious because of course the top's all flipped open and it looks like it was no more in there than what's in there.
Yeah. And so Kanan is working to assemble his crew of guys that are going to help him take down Dre. Right. So this was a pretty interesting scene. So the guy's on a computer doing the research, and this is where Kanan learns that Raina was killed. Because at first he said that his kid was killed. He's like, Tarik? And he's like, no, it says here, Raina. So that's when Kanan starts putting together in his head, you know, Tarik was looking for Ray Ray, and he's just like, man, it's Ray Ray.
And like a homeboy that's down, what he gonna do? Get on the phone and call his boy up. Even though they had some bad blood, not him and Tommy, but him and Ghost. Even though they got some bad blood, they were still tight back in the day. So he gonna call him out like, hey, I know who killed him.
Right. He lets Tommy know what's up with that.
Right.
And Tommy, you know, he was in there right before he got the phone call. He was in the confessional with the father, and he's telling him everything, and they're having this talk. But he made me so upset this whole episode. But we're gonna get back to the father.
Who made you upset, Tommy?
The father.
Oh, the father. Oh, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. He just did some dumb stuff that ultimately led to his death. He didn't have to go out like this, but his decision making. And I mean, I see the kind of person he is and how he operates. He likes to tell you stuff face to face, but they didn't respect that. Dre didn't respect him, you know, him coming to him like that, and he's gonna pay for it. He's gonna pay for it, guys. So
yeah, because Tommy and the father was pretty tight.
Yeah.
And you killed the father. Who we gonna confess to now?
Stop.
You can't tell nobody else this stuff.
So what this is the next scene to me just really irritates me. And this is when Ghost goes to the church to meet with Councilman Tate and this pastor. Guys, Tate, I mean, I believe I said it in our last video, the last review we did, but Tate is up to no damn good.
No good.
I can't figure out his full agenda yet, but he got some. He's doing some dirty underhand stuff. It's like
he might be Ghost undercover.
Yeah, it's like he's trying to portray this image as being a councilman and, you know, the guy who made it out of the hood and stuff, but he's really just using that him being the councilman to really do all the underhand stuff that he wants to do.
Yeah.
And everyone he's bringing to Ghost now has an agenda, and he needs,
Everybody got the hand out.
Yeah. And my whole thing is, I can't believe in this scene how he handled Ghost. He's like, are we clear? He's like, you're going to have the funeral here. You're going to stand up there. I'm going to stand beside you as your brother. And he's like...
Well, right now, you got to understand that Ghost or St. Patrick's had this image that he wanted to try to keep out there.
Right.
Now, the councilman don't know who he actually talking to.
Right.
He don't know what Ghost or St. Patrick can do to him.
Or maybe he does know who Ghost is. We don't really know that yet. For all we know, Councilman Tate could be the man. We don't know that yet. But the one thing that he said, where I was just like, the disrespect. He's going to say to Ghost, daughters of innocent men sleep comfortably in their beds. Like, Ghost looked at him like, what you trying to say? And I mean, Tate just handled him in that situation.
Yeah, he did. But he was vulnerable. He was vulnerable.
He was vulnerable, you guys. I'll give you that. But I just don't like the way he talked to Ghost. And I don't know. It's just like he feels like he's indebted to him just over him doing him a solid with Stern.
Yeah. Over
some money. Nah. It's time to I cut ties if you have to, but I'm not feeling that. But the next scene is when Tommy busts in Destiny's apartment. He knocked the door clean off the hinges.
That thing was hanging on one hinge.
I'm like, he just bust in there. Where's Ray Ray? Who gonna pay for that? Where's Ray Ray? But I was surprised that he actually came in there like that, because what if Ray Ray was actually in there?
Well, he had his gun drawn.
Yeah, he did have his gun drawn, but...
So if we kick that door and he come in there and firing, if we see Ray Ray...
But he didn't know who was in there, though. He didn't know if he had other men in there or what.
And of course, he don't know who Ray Ray is. He never seen Ray Ray before.
Except for seeing him on the street.
Well, he didn't know that was Ray Ray. When he saw him with...
up to that point, you mean? Okay.
Yeah, up to that point, he didn't know who he was.
You're right, he didn't know that was Ray Ray.
Cooking in the door blind. If there was a male in there, he'd have been dead.
And of course, Tommy had to take a breather in there because he realized that he was dealing with a scared girl.
What?
And he had to calm himself, collect himself, and he's like, well, what's your name? And he's trying to talk to her. He put his gun away for the moment, and he's trying to, try to approach with, Tarik told me about you, right. And, basically you're innocent just like Raina was innocent, and you can make this situation right. And she starts telling him what he wants to know, what Ray Ray's plans are, where he's going, and where he's going to be next, letting Tommy know where he can find Ray Ray. Now, Tommy calls Tasha with this information, and Tasha's just like, I'm on my way. And he's like, no, I need you to get us some alibis and,
keep an eye on Tarik and try to get some more information out of him.
Which we already know Tasha cannot keep a handle on her son. Her son has been dodging her this entire season, and it didn't disappoint now.
He's still on that lane.
She didn't even know that he had left out of the house.
Nah.
And who's the inappropriate family member or friend, whoever she was, that comes up to Tarik and she's like, I can't imagine losing a sibling, but a twin?
I'd have cleared the whole house.
I can't imagine how you feel. Some people just don't know what to say out their mouths, y'all. That kind of thing pisses me off, because it's one in every family that just don't know when to shut up. Why would you even say that to a child?
They're trying to tell you something to comfort you, but they don't know what the right words are.
Just shut up.
So they just run off at the mouth and say whatever comes out.
Then say, I'm here. I'm here. Go up and hug the boy. I'm here. I'm praying for you. Be encouraged. Anything but that.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how you feel. Like, really? Who does that? So Tasha runs out behind him. Now, you guys, when Tasha is in her house, before she leaves out, she goes to Tarik's room, and I'm assuming all the family members, the young boys, are in there, and they're like, oh, he left out with his bag. I think he went in the office. Tasha realizes that the gun is missing. Now, Tasha, she was deep in thought right here, and we didn't know what she was thinking or what her plan was going to be, but it actually turned out to be brilliant. And I think she had no other choice but to play it how she did, because I'm sure if you're a parent and you lose one child, your objective, your next thing you're going to do is try to protect your remaining children.
Right.
So she had to do what she had to do.
Right after Tommy told him that, okay, Raina wasn't the target, Tarik was.
Right.
So she going to try, I need to find my son before he get strung up.
Yeah. So then Tarik goes to confront Dre. And Tarik was not playing, y'all. This was like the best acting I've seen him do all season. I love this scene. He was just like, stop lying to me. He had the tight lip. He wasn't playing with Dre. He was just like, I'll shoot you right here.
He had the gun in the right place so nobody else sees it. But Dre, yeah, he had that. Yeah, he was doing it.
So once again, he blackmails Dre into telling him where Ray Ray's going to be at, because he's like, I'll tell my dad everything. So,
my dad and my Uncle Tommy.
Yeah.
And neither one of them like you.
Yeah. Yeah. So he ends up getting the address where Ray Ray's going to be at.
Right.
And this one, Tasha goes to Angela for help. She goes in her office and she's like, I need help. Tarik is missing. So Angela gets right on the phone calling, give me Agent Donovan. She's like, no cops involved. So that lets Angela know, I think that set up a flag in her mind, because she's thinking, okay, she just got done looking at the stuff with Ray, realizing that he was following the report.
Right.
He was the last person to look at the report, and she interviewed him, and he's the one who told her that it was probably Tarik who killed Raina. So Angela asked Tasha straight up. She's like, look, did Tarik kill Raina? And she's like, Tasha's like, no, are you out of your mind? That would never happen. And then Angela's thinking some more. She's like, okay, is it this officer? And Tasha's just like, I don't know. But meanwhile, Angela, she did her little underground contact who was able to clone Ghost's phone before. She used him to get the information as to where Tarik's phone is.
Mm-hmm.
So, but before she left out, Angela did let her know that if James gets caught this time, he's getting the death penalty.
He said if James killed his police officer,
yeah,
he's gonna get the death penalty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is when Tarik goes to Ray's apartment, this little spot, and he gets in there, and at this point, Ghost is right on his heels. Tommy's coming and Tasha's coming, but Ghost is able to see him get on the elevator and go up, and Ghost has to break into the building to follow him up, which I'm assuming that's how, the police probably would have been called in anyway prior to the gunshots being fired, because they see that the glass is broken on the door. Right. But I do believe Ghost had at least had on gloves on that point.
He had on gloves. He kept on black gloves.
Yeah.
Only time he took off the gloves when he went in there to check out the other place. So
he learned his lesson from not wearing his gloves.
Yes.
But my whole thing is, all of those buildings like that in New York, don't they have surveillance systems anyway? I thought most of them are have guards, but I would think that there would be cameras. Not those.
Some of the upper class places has cameras, and then those places right there might have cameras but they don't work. So. Oh
gosh. So Tarik goes up in the apartment and he confronts Ray, who had his back to him. And this is my whole thing. If you see that somebody's shaking, pointing a gun at you, nervous, like they really don't want to do it, the last thing I would want to do is talk shit to that person. I knew you was a punk. I knew you wasn't going to do it. Your sister was
might
a
just
real
sneeze and shoot you.
Yeah, I'm just like, really? If you could see that the boy's scared, and that I would think I would try to de-escalate the situation. I'd be like, okay, you're doing the right thing. And I try to, get them, talk them through it somewhere else. And I'd be like, yeah, you a punk. Your sister was the real G. That's not what I'm going to say. Because then they might just get the balls to go ahead and do it.
Right.
But you guys, so we don't know how it went down, but all we hear the two gunshots as Ghost and Tommy, they're running up the stairwell, and Tasha's on the outside, and she saw the gunshot, she saw the flashing outside of the apartment. But wow. So when the Ghost runs in there, we see that Ray is on the floor dead, and Tommy picks up the shells off the floor, but they missed the daggone bullet in the wall.
But they had time.
Yeah, they didn't have time, because you can hear the police sirens coming.
Going on. You got a body there on the floor. We got to roll this thing up.
Yeah, you guys.
Because you got no body, you got no ground.
Oh, but they know it was enough blood there that he was murdered and moved. But the whole thing is the whole thing with the bullet in the wall. What I wasn't sure about in that scene is Ray went for his gun. So I was kind of thinking for a second, did Ray get a shot off? Was it his gun? But I think it was Tarik.
I'm trying to figure this out, because yes, he went for his gun, but when Tommy came in there, his gun was still up high.
Was it?
Yeah, because Tommy came in there and Tommy grabbed the gun, he grabbed the bag, he threw the stuff inside the carpet, and he rolled him up in there. Okay. So my thinking is this, that Tarik got two shots. One went in the wall, okay, and then the other one went into, okay, Ray. Now they're gonna pull the bullet out the wall. They're gonna run the ballistics on the bullet, and then they're gonna find out, okay, this is Tasha's gun. Right. Because they already had that gun in evidence, and of course they got to file all the reports on that gun. So when they pull it up and they're matched, then of course you see Tasha, she's starting to get all her ducks in a row because she know that they're going to come after her.
Right. Which I'm not happy about, and I know the ladies are not going to be happy with this one. Not that she's taking the rap for her son, because any parent would do that in that situation, I believe, to protect their child. But the fact that the whole story, people have felt like this whole season that Courtney Kemp has tried to woo us with Angela to make us not hate Angela so much, and to kind of like move Tasha to, even though she had this affair, yes, she did. But it's kind of like now, if season 5, if Tasha's going to be in prison.
In an orange jumpsuit, and orange won't look good on her.
If she's going to be in prison and now Ghost is the one that's going to be home with the family and stuff, and you already know that Angela and Ghost, they're like magnet and still. Yeah. That's just going to be, it's going to be hard to watch.
Somehow they keep coming back together.
Yeah, but you guys, Tasha, she's gonna take one for the team, it looks like. And
yeah, but
what is the point of, now I understand what we did mention in our last video, but we did discuss this when we spoke about it privately. But this chick Maria that was in season 1, episode 1, here she comes back around now, and she finally wants to talk and say that she recognized James's voice from the television, and she wants to come in and tell the attorneys, Sachs and what's her name, Tamika Robinson, and tell them about her story about what Ghost did. I'm like, come on, now we gotta
she don't know what Ghost did, because all she heard is a voice.
Well, she know her boyfriend was killed. I mean, that's enough. She knows that he was murdered, and you know, Ghost told her to go home and act like nothing happened and go to school, go to work, whatever she's gonna do. And you know, here she is a couple years later, and now she wants to tell everybody what happened.
And Sachs set this up too.
Oh yeah.
Because you see how he told her that, okay, and I didn't bring Andrew because Andrew been out the building.
That right there.
Sachs is up to dirtiness.
He's on our list. Add him to the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, for must go next season. He's up there with Dre for me. He gotta go.
Yeah.
So and this is when we come back to the father and why he was so stupid to confront Dre. What was the point of letting him know face to face that you want out? How about not showing up?
Especially in the dark
Obviously
area by the water.
He knew that Tommy was on to Dre. Tommy told him that. So why not just wait it out? He had to go and tell him, oh, I want out and I'm having, you think this man gonna let you walk away? He didn't hesitate to set up Tommy, and Tommy's a nutcase. Yeah. If he didn't care,
kill Julio.
Yes, if he didn't care about Tommy, if he didn't fear his wrath, he didn't care about Julio, what makes you think that he's gonna just let you walk away? And you can see him getting close to you, and you know, what makes you think that he's not going to sit there and try to kill you? Are you that dumb?
When a man put his arm around another man, it either better be his son or his father. But if he put his arm around you and bring you no close, then you better keep that other hand ready to stop.
I'm just like, really? Oh my gosh. But from there, Tasha teaches Tarik the game in a way. When they get home and she stops by their little furnace room and she's like, take your shirt off, and
I'm gonna show you how I do your day.
Exactly. And she's like, when we go upstairs, this is what I need you to do. I need you to go into my bathroom, and she's just giving him all the things. I'm like taking notes. I'm like, so you buy some toothbrushes right here and some peroxide. You use that to scrub under your nail. She's like, wash everything twice, scrub your hair down and everything.
Put everything in a plastic bag. Don't touch nothing. I take care of the plastic bag.
Yeah, yeah.
I do it for your dad. I'm doing it for my son.
And Tarik's have the scene where he's looking in the mirror, and I know that he's processing everything that happened.
Well, he's looking in the mirror, but then he also see the picture of him and his sister.
Yes.
Right there on the counter.
Yes.
Yeah.
And in that scene, I feel like Tarik became a man, and he's turning into Ghost.
Yeah.
It was just like that. Just
I teed up on that too a little bit.
When there were scenes when Ghost looked in the mirror at itself, it's like now that's Tarik.
Yeah.
Tarik is a man now, and I mean, they can't really keep anything from him anymore. And it's almost like when they busted in there and they realized that he had killed Ray, and he was like, I had to end this. It's like they almost respected that. They weren't upset or in the moment that he had lied to them again, but they understood why he did it.
Right.
So I just feel like they, you know, they have to accept now that this boy has experienced so much now. He's a man.
Yeah.
He's
been on the lean.
And they still don't know about that.
He's been with a woman, or a girl.
Yeah.
Man, he killed somebody.
Well, she looks like a grown woman. Like,
he killed somebody. He been lying. Yeah, that's some man stuff right there.
Yeah. So the whole thing. So Dre goes to meet with now his team, and he's gonna introduce them to their new connects, the Jimenez family, Alicia and Diego. Now, Dre still is very fearful of them. Like, when they came in, they were all kind of uneasy. And Alicia, she does all the talking.
Yeah.
She does all the talking. And, you know, Dre was just kind of like, you know, they'll respect me. They'll listen to me. And she's just kind of like, he's just sitting there like, okay, is she going to buy this? Is she going to buy this?
Right.
And they're like, yeah, okay. But I don't know. I mean, it could be just as easy for Alicia and Diego to kill him as it would be for Ghost and Tommy.
Right.
Yeah.
But, of course, Ghost is on his thing. Talking about it's going to take a lot of planning and a lot of manpower. So we have to figure this thing out. How are we going to get him? Because now, since he's hooked up with the group now, we can't just walk up and kill him.
Right.
Because now he's that's their connect. You can't kill off the people doing supplying for you.
Right. It's going to be real interesting to see how they set this up. But from there, that's when Angela goes to the crime scene, and she's walking and she discovers the bullet in the wall. And I almost wish that she was by herself when she had discovered that, but she's just like,
yeah, but she also told her, when you get the ballistics on this, bring it to me.
Yeah. I don't know, Angela. I mean, they're definitely, this is going to be tough. This is going to get ugly because she's putting her career in jeopardy again if she doesn't do the right thing. But at the same time, I feel like she loves Ghost. And
but she's hooked up into it now.
Yes.
Because she gave out information.
Which is why Tasha's plan was so brilliant. Yes. It was so perfect for her to go to Angela and ask her to get that phone number off the record.
And if y'all saw like I saw, Tasha was in there. She was ear hustling to everything she was saying on the phone, getting names down, getting, okay, you doing this, you doing that. Okay, it's going to be cash money. All right, she ear hustling. She got all that.
Well, yeah, so she can hold that over Angela's head if it ever comes down to it. Tasha can be like, well, you were the one
you told me the area
where I could find them.
Right.
Yeah. So Angela is into this again, and she's going to have to get her hands dirty again.
Yes.
But
it's not about ghosts.
No, it's not. No, it's not. So Tasha meets up with Silver, and they're having this conversation, and this right here, you guys, this is when we realize what Tasha has put together. And she's given him this scenario. Suppose there was you lost someone close to you, and you know, you go to talk to this other person, and in the heat of the moment, and of course, Silver being Silver, he assumes that it was
automatically
Ghost.
Thinking it's Ghost.
Yeah.
Really?
He's like, what has James done this time, Tasha? You gotta let me know, blah, blah, blah. And she's like, it's me. And he's like, hey, I
as
can
her
be
lawyer, as her lawyer, he cannot reveal what she just told him.
Yes. And he's like, I can't be your lover and your lawyer. And she just pulls out the check. Will you represent me? Yes, Tasha, she did the best thing that she could do given everything that has happened. But guys, this is going to get ugly next season for Tasha, and she's probably going to be arrested.
Yeah.
And now we're going to get to see her in jail. They're going to make her take a wig off, y'all. It's just not going to be good.
But I don't think they're going to keep her long. Yeah, somebody scorned, somebody hurt.
But if they put her in front of the jury, okay, nobody is going to convict her for that or blame her for something. But I mean, the fact that she had a gun on her, it could be premeditated. But I I don't know. And I don't want to make any assumptions because that's a year away from now. So I'm just kind of processing
look at this part right here. I was so happy. I was so happy when they panned around from Ghost and they came around and seen Kanan sitting in the back seat of the car.
Oh, yeah.
Man, that right there, like they back together again.
I wasn't even to that part yet, Charles. Y'all, that was a great scene, and that was the last scene that, you know, come out, is that you see Tommy and you see Ghost, and they're seeing, you know, everybody walk out from this meeting. They're seeing Dre, Cristo, the rest of the crew, and the Jimenez family walking out, and they're like, oh, and Ghost and Tommy's like, man, he set me up so good. Dre set this up so good, and they're like, we're gonna need more power to take them down. And Kanan's like, yeah, you got me. And Ghost is like, it ain't gonna be enough. And Tommy's like, how about some Italian?
See.
So y'all, next season it's gonna be good. I think Power is only gonna get bigger and better. I can see this show running for a couple more seasons. But God, come on, give us more episodes, stars. It's just, come on, you can't do this in no 10 episodes. Yeah. Even though this episode was good to me. I've heard you thought it was great, didn't you? Yeah, it wasn't great for me.
It was pretty good.
It wasn't great for me.
It was everything that I was hoping that it was going to do, escalate up to that point, and then leave us something for next year. I don't want everything right now because you get too full. I just want enough to keep me wanting to come back next season and see what happens.
Yeah, that is true, but I still think the best season by far, the best episode by far was last season when Tommy killed Holly. And then him and Ghost reunite and they were like, let's do this together.
Right.
That was still the best episode for me. This one was pretty good. I think I would have just liked to see more of the parents. And
I didn't want to see that. I was already crying through most of the scene.
I know you didn't want to see that.
If I'd have seen them hugging the baby on the ground,
no, it just didn't seem realistic to me. Yeah. That's the only thing that bothers me about it. It was just too. They had to rush it so much that it wasn't enough time spent on that, and we just saw that Tasha and Ghost were holding it together too well for me, and I didn't find that very realistic.
Well, they got to understand. I guess they feel the pulse of the people. And even when they did the show, of course, if you run it out too long, people ain't gonna see the rest of the show. Their eyes will be all red, puffy, crying, talking about, oh, they get a radar.
I see what you're saying. I guess I just wanted more drama, but they had to move on, and they had to just move past that part.
Because you know, next season they're gonna do a bunch of they gonna have a bunch of relapses and see her face around and.
Maybe so.
Dreams about her. So they're gonna tear me up again, but I'm gonna hold together. I'm gonna hold together.
Yeah, we're gonna try to hold it together, you guys. Yeah. Any big predictions for next season?
It gotta be some other bad group coming out there. Jimenez can't be the only bad group.
It's always another villain waiting to step up.
I think the councilman got some villains in his pocket.
The councilman might just be the biggest one to date. We don't know, you guys. That man got some skeletons in his closet. We really don't know what all is going on with Councilman Tate yet, but
we didn't see Stern
yeah, we didn't see Stern, and we didn't see Proctor.
Yeah, we didn't see Proctor, but Proctor's gonna come back up.
Oh, of course.
Got this case coming up.
If they brought the chick from season 1, episode 1 back, anybody at this point can come back into the series.
Not from the dead.
Not from the dead, but anybody that they ever showed before, it may just come back into play, you guys. Who knows? But guys, this was a great season. We really appreciate you guys riding along with us for this ride. It's been a great season. You guys have to let us know what you thought of this finale. If you thought this finale was great, the best episode to date. If you guys have any predictions for next season, we might as well talk about it. We got a whole year. A whole year. But we will be back, you guys, discussing new shows. Walking Dead is coming back. The original Walking Dead. Not no Fear the Walking Dead. The original Walking Dead will be back next month, you guys. So stay tuned for our channel. And also, if you guys have any suggestions for television shows that you guys are watching right now that are really good, that you would like to see reviews on, anything you feel that we would like, please leave that information below in the comments, and we'll be back to talk about that. Anything you want to say to the people?
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you guys. It's been a great power season. Thank you to all our new subscribers and our day ones. Stay tuned in to Life with Twinsies. We'll be back with more videos for you guys. Take care. We out.
Occupational options, get some blow up some hoes, shoot the ball of the strap, learn the rap of the jack, fuck it man in the